Hello, family. I hope you're doing well. It's Pastor Derek coming your way one more time with this week's series, Your Marriage and Narcissism, Part 5. Part 5. And in Part 5, we're looking at exploitation and lack of accountability. Exploitation and lack of accountability. When you are married to a narcissist, don't think that you are in a marital covenant. Okay, you are in a marital covenant, but your narcissistic spouse is just on a business trip. Okay, you are a means to an end. You are a tool to be used. You are an investment portfolio. You are there to be used for higher gains. You are not the prize. You are what to be used for the prize. The prize is themselves, their own satisfaction, their own comfort, their own progression. Okay, so you have to understand this. And in all this that I'm telling you, I'm making you understand that the narcissist does this not because he sat down to say, I want to be evil. I've told you that it's usually as a result of an emotional or a psychological injury they might have received at a very early stage in their lives, and it makes them try to fight to defend themselves or not to allow anybody to have control over their lives, because when somebody else had control, it didn't work well for them. They were either abused or discriminated against or neglected in one way or the other. Okay, so it gave them this psychological injury and they grew up with it. Okay, so when you do the scans, you see that the gray matter, the part of their brain that is supposed to develop for empathy, is not well developed. So you can't blame them. One thing that I see often about narcissism is that people just blame, they are just evil people, cast them out. Yes, I mean, it's a very difficult thing to live with a narcissist. Okay, but one thing you have to understand is that it's just like a psychological problem that they have. It's not by choice. It's an injury. It's a disease. They are on a spectrum, just like autism and all those things. And this is what that thing makes them do. So the only thing you can do is to put in systems to help yourself so that you don't get used, or you don't have expectations that get broken and then you are disappointed. Okay, but they are also humans. They also deserve love. Okay, it's not their fault that they had that injury to start life with. Okay, so let's always, we are not studying this thing so that we can blame them, name them, shame them, trample them under. No, to understand them so that we will know how to live with them in a safe way, so that we don't get injured and we don't destroy their lives either. Okay, so one trait about this lack of accountability and exploitation is that they will blame you for everything. Everything that goes wrong, they'll find a way to make it your fault. So get ready for that. It's like Adam and Eve in the garden. Genesis 3:12 said, the woman you put here with me gave me the fruit to eat. It's like that. They will always find a way of making the blame come on you, and they'll criticize you to people. They'll always be telling somebody, you've done this, you are the reason they are not happy, you are the reason they are this. And when things go wrong in the house, they will always point their finger at you that it is your fault. Whether they'll say it directly or they'll put up an attitude that will make you know that they are not taking responsibility for anything. Wherever we are in life, it's because of you. If good things happen, it's because of them. If bad things happen, it's because of you. Okay, number 2 is they take advantage of your kindness. Okay, if you are married to a person like that, naturally too, right? When you have time, study on empaths. Okay, super empaths. Okay, there are people who are exactly the opposite of the narcissist, and these two always attract. They, just like we say opposites attract, almost always empaths attract narcissists attract empaths. Okay, and empaths are super kind. They forgive everything. They will give you room after room after room after room. They don't have strong boundaries, and they will allow you to always cross. And narcissists they love empaths because they can be used and used again. So narcissists take advantage of the empath's kindness and use them, but they forget that whatever they are sowing, even though their partner may not hold them accountable, God will still hold them accountable. Galatians 6:7 says that do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. So if you are a narcissist, still know that the bad things that you are doing, you may come to some account at some point. Generally, some people ask, why don't narcissists get karma? Okay, why don't they? There's a reason why they don't get karma that easily. It's because God knows that they are sick. God knows they are not just walking around naturally being evil. God knows they have a mental problem. God knows they are sick. So he's not there looking for opportunity to punish them on top of their sickness. And this is the kind of understanding I'm trying to bring across. Know the traits, but don't go trying to accuse and judge them. They are sick. They need our help. Okay? All right. Number 3 is that they refuse responsibility. They refuse responsibility. When they do anything and it goes wrong, they'll find a way of describing it so that it will be somebody else's fault. Okay, if they are driving and let's say they are not looking and they go hit another car or even a tree, they will blame that why was the tree so close to the road. Okay, they will never say that they lost focus and veered off the road to hit the tree. They will blame the person who planted the tree so close to the road. That's how they are. They will always look for someone else to shift the blame to, never on themselves. Even if they are solely responsible for whatever happened, they'll still pass it on to somebody. Lamentations 3:40 says, let us examine our ways and test them, and let us return to the Lord. The narcissist doesn't know how to do this, and you have to understand it. So when they are doing that, don't get frustrated, don't get angry, slamming doors. It's your fault. No. They can't see it. They can see it that way. Okay, number 4 is gaslighting. They distort reality. Okay, they distort reality most of the time. I don't know, and one thing I also have to say that narcissism is a spectrum. It's just like the autistic spectrum. Some people are at the extreme, like full-blown narcissist. That one is a psychiatric problem. That one, it's a major issue. If your spouse is completely narcissist, then you have a problem. But most of the time, people are on the spectrum. Okay, let's say 1 to 10. Many of the people who become problematic in marriage start from, let's say, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very, very troublesome. Okay, by the time it gets to 9, 10, you can't live with such a person. I don't know, but unless God himself comes to live in that house with you, okay, it will be very, very good. So those who are full-blown diagnosed narcissists, those on the 8, 9, 10 place, is a dangerous place. But many people that give a lot of problem in marriage are between 4, 5, 6, 7, that range, possibly extreme 8. Okay, right? So they distort reality. They cannot see reality when you are talking to them. And I was saying that if you are with people like this, sometimes it's very, very important that when you are talking to them, you have to record what you are saying, because after they have said one thing, they'll say they never said it. After you have said one thing, they will turn it around and say you said something completely different. When you say that I like bananas, they will turn around and say that you said you like apples. And they will argue with you from beginning to the end that you said you like apples. Unless if you had recorded and you play it back to them and say, well, I heard something different. Okay, they always distort reality. So don't follow them in their argument. When you are talking to them, make mental note of the important points. Write them down if you can. Make mental note of them. Record those ones if you can, because they will always turn around to say either that was never discussed, they never said that, or you never said that. Okay, they will always change reality. They will always change reality. So keep an eye on that one. Isaiah 5:20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil. They are like that. They will always turn things round. Okay, so keep an eye on that. And number 5 is that they use love as a tool for gain. When you are in love with a narcissist, they are not, you see, the love that you are sharing with them, that's not the end for them. They are using you, let's say, to project themselves that, okay, now they are married, to project themselves as important because they are married. Okay, so the marriage is not the end goal. They are using it for something else. They are using you for clout. They are using you for status. They are using you for even to attract another man. Okay, knowing that now that they are married to you, they have class or they have something. You are always just being used for something. You are not being loved for who you are. You are not the final destination. You are always being used for something else. So keep an eye so that you don't get disappointed when you see that you've been used, when you see that they were using you to go higher on their career ladder or something. They will use you to do things and go up and leave you behind. They will stifle you to limit you from going up, and they will use you to go up. So keep an eye on that. I pray for you that the Lord will give you strength and help you to stand, if you are married to a narcissist, to understand it, so that you don't get frustrated, you don't go on an endless fight with them, frustrating yourself and frustrating them, because they will never even understand. Okay, it will just, you are the one that will get hurt. And if you're a narcissist, I pray that the Lord will work in you, the Lord will deliver you, because most of the time when these things happen, demons take over as well, and the enemy can really use you to create a mess. So I pray that the Lord will open your eyes, that at least you can take certain steps and heal a little. We will come to all those things in the weeks coming, God willing. But God bless you and keep you. May there be peace in your home. May there be love in your home. In Jesus' name, amen. Bye-bye.